Okay, welcome to this demonstration of the Microview XL measuring a rib on the part. We have written a program on the Microview XL Inspect software. So we have the part, we have a program, we've used the drawings that you have provided with us with various different measurements on it, and we've transferred those all onto it. So if we were doing this on the shop floor, the operator would put the part on its fixture and they would press the run button here. There may be some questions about batch numbers and all the rest of it, but we haven't actually done that here. Right, so off the head goes. The head is actually physically measuring the large diameter in that rib to measure the diameter, which needs to be measured anyway. And then it measures the second hole down the bottom, and that creates a datum. You can have any datum you like, but basically that's what it does. So it measures the hole, sets a Z datum as well, and what we've tried to do is work around the circumference of the rib. So it's doing things like measuring the rib thicknesses, it's measuring things like the diameters, the holes, the lengths. You can see the illumination is changing to suit. I'm going to show you here, and you can see on the part here we're measuring things like, again, thicknesses, and we're just working our way around the circumference of the component to do all these thicknesses. Once that's all complete, we then start measuring things like the holes. Right, so, and we could be a little bit more organised in terms of not going back and measuring some of these parts, but you get the general idea. Anyway, here we go. So we're now measuring holes. Interesting, the holes are coming out, on a lot of them they're coming out undersized. So we're taking 100 points around the circumference of the hole on these, and you can see we're just doing lots and lots of different holes on here. Now I haven't optimized this program, and maybe some of the holes would benefit from optimization, but anyway, so it's just measuring lots of different holes, more thicknesses while we're at it, more holes, and you can see it's working its way around on the screen. You can see the holes are going red because they're saying they're undersized, basically, and you can see that on the screen here that it's saying in spec or out of spec, as the case may be. So these holes are actually in spec here, and then out of spec, assuming we've got the right tolerances on the part here. Okay, so you can see we're getting now to the top where we're measuring the holes on here. You can see more holes being measured, and once we've completed measuring the holes, in order to do things like the thicknesses, etc., we're going to go and get a touch probe now, look, and we're going to we're basically going to go back around the part using the touch probe. So now it's thicknesses here. If I sort of whiz round here, you can see what's going on. So same idea again, look. So it's basically top and bottom really what we're doing here, and again we're trying to do it in a logical way, so we work our way around the part, so we don't have to So we're using a 4-way probe, quite straightforward. It might be better idea to have a longer probe. I've just used what was on the rack, but I think if we were to do this, I would want the touch probe to be a little bit longer than this, to give ourselves a little bit more room in terms of clearance. Yeah, but it does the job. This does the job perfectly okay. So as I say, working around the part, doing these heights as well. Obviously we could do things like the holes on the side, but on the part we've got here there aren't any holes to measure physically here, which would add a little bit more time onto it, but not that much, because obviously we're going that way anyway. Anyway, so look, it comes round, it's nearly finished. It's got to just do a few more thicknesses, so we've taken the thicknesses off the drawings to measure. I think there's a couple more here, so one underneath there, and then I think just, yeah, the rib height on here, look. And then if we, yeah, and then the last one is that one there. Now, on one of the thicknesses I couldn't get in with the touch probe, so again what I've done is I'm just going to pop that back, and I'm just going to use the other touch probe, so I can just go straight in and measure that. There you go, it's coming along, comes in, goes down, just measures that thickness there, and again a different probe setup would sort that out, and puts that back, and that's the end of the program. So that goes to the home position, out the way. We've finished the results, and essentially now what I'm going to do is, if I go file reporting, you get a report here. So I haven't labelled all the circles here, but you can see there's lots of diameters here, and what I have done is labelled things like web thicknesses, so WT1, etc. Web thickness is W web T1. What else have we got here? Edge thickness, wall thickness. Yeah, because obviously on different pages they were numbered 1 to whatever. Anyway, so there's the program. We're going to run a capability now. We're going to run it through 30 times and give you some statistical data, and we'll also show you an FAI automatic report. Hope that was useful.